Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling at 2 o'clock in the morning, listening to the clock tick away, wishing your body would finally surrender to sleep? You turn on your side. You fluff the pillow. You adjust the blanket. Yet no matter what you do, your mind keeps racing. Memories from the past come knocking, tomorrow's worries creep in. Or maybe it's just the stillness of the night amplifying every little thought. And as the minutes stretch into hours, you feel frustration setting in. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, millions of older adults struggle with this very thing every single night. For many seniors, falling asleep feels like it gets harder with each passing year. The body is tired, yet the mind refuses to quiet down. And nothing steals your energy, dampens your spirit, or shortens your patience quite like a night spent tossing and turning. But here's the good news. Struggling to fall asleep quickly isn't a permanent curse. It isn't something you just have to accept with age. Falling asleep fast isn't a gift reserved for the young. It's a skill you can relearn. There are gentle, proven, and even surprisingly simple techniques that older adults are using to drift off in as little as 4 minutes. Imagine that. Instead of lying awake for hours, you could gently guide your body and mind into rest in just a few minutes. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed instead of groggy, ready to enjoy the day instead of dragging yourself through it. That's possible, and it's easier than you might think. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 practical techniques that are changing the way people over 65 approach sleep. These aren't gimmicks. They're grounded in real science, ancient wisdom, and everyday experience. And the best part? They don't require special equipment, expensive products, or complicated routines. All you need is a few minutes and a willingness to try. Stay with me until the very end, because not only will you discover these 5 powerful 4-minute solutions, but you might just change the way you think about bedtime forever. By the time you finish watching, you'll have new tools, fresh confidence, and the peace of mind that you can take back your nights. You can break free from the cycle of sleepless frustration, and you can wake up each morning feeling more rested, more alive, and more yourself again. And before we dive in, if you haven't already joined our growing community of seniors who are committed to living healthier, stronger, and more joyful lives, this is the perfect moment. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay connected. Together, we share wisdom that helps you not just sleep better, but live better. Now, let's get started with the very first technique. Let's begin with one of the most effective and well-loved techniques for falling asleep quickly. The 4-7-8 breathing method. Some people call it a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. It's simple, it's free, and best of all, it works in just a few minutes. This method has been endorsed by experts at the Sleep Foundation and explained in detail by wellness guides like helpguide.org because of how quickly it signals your body to relax. Even if you've tried other breathing exercises before and felt they didn't work, this one is different. The rhythm is what makes it so powerful. Why it works. When we're stressed, anxious, or restless at night, our breathing becomes shallow and uneven. That tells the body to stay alert. Exactly what we don't want when we're trying to sleep. The 4-7-8 technique flips that switch. By controlling your breath in a set pattern, you send a message straight to your nervous system. It's safe now. You can rest. It slows your heart rate. It lowers blood pressure. It increases oxygen flow. And most importantly, it gives your busy mind something simple and calming to focus on instead of running through worries. How to do it step by step. First, lie down in a comfortable position, or sit upright if that feels easier. Close your eyes. Let your hands rest by your side or gently on your stomach. Begin by emptying your lungs with a soft, slow exhale through your mouth. If you can, make a gentle whoosh sound as you let go of all the air. Imagine you're sighing out the stress of the day. Now close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Feel your chest and belly rise as you fill your lungs. Next, hold that breath for 7 seconds. This may feel a little unusual at first, but that's part of what slows your heartbeat and settles the nervous system. Then, open your mouth and exhale slowly for 8 seconds, again making a soft whoosh sound. Imagine you're pushing away the restlessness and tension with every breath. That's 1 full cycle. Repeat this cycle up to 4 times. That's about 1 to 2 minutes in total. What to expect? At first, you might notice it feels strange to hold your breath for 7 seconds. That's normal. You may even lose count or get distracted. Don't worry. This practice is gentle and forgiving. If your mind wanders, simply return to the breath and begin counting again. Most people start to feel a shift after the 2nd or 3rd cycle. The body feels heavier. The mind feels quieter. And many seniors report that by the time they finish their 4th cycle, their eyes are already drifting shut. Story example. Let me share the story of Rose, an 80-year-old grandmother who spent years lying awake at night, her mind racing with worry about her children and grandchildren. She had tried teas, she had tried reading in bed, but nothing seemed to calm her thoughts. One evening, a friend told her about the 4-7-8 method. Rose laughed at first, saying, "How could just breathing put me to sleep?" But she gave it a try. On her very first night, she felt silly counting in her head. Yet something surprising happened. By the 3rd cycle, she noticed her shoulders had relaxed. By the 4th cycle, her thoughts had faded. And before she even realized it, she had fallen asleep. Rose now uses this technique almost every night. She says it's like giving her body permission to rest, something she had forgotten how to do. The takeaway: the 4-7-8 breathing method isn't magic, but it feels close. It works because it trains your body into a state of calm. And unlike sleeping pills or other quick fixes, it's something you can practice anytime, anywhere, without side effects. So tonight, when you find yourself staring at the ceiling, instead of fighting with your mind, try giving it a rhythm to follow. For 7-8, inhale peace, hold calm, exhale tension. With practice, this technique can become your personal key to falling asleep faster, night after night. Now let's move to the second powerful sleep trick. Visualization, also called guided imagery. If trick number 1, the 4-7-8 method, was about calming your body, this one is about calming your mind. Because for many seniors, the hardest part of falling asleep isn't physical at all. It's mental. Maybe it's worries about family. Maybe it's remembering things from the past. Or maybe it's just your mind running through tomorrow's to-do list again and again. You know the feeling. You're tired, your body aches for rest, but your brain refuses to stop talking. That's where visualization comes in. Experts at helpguide.org and Medical News Today say that guided imagery can be more effective than counting sheep because it gives your mind a specific, peaceful path to follow. Instead of fighting thoughts, you gently replace them with calming images. Why it works? Visualization works because the brain doesn't fully distinguish between imagination and reality. When you picture yourself in a peaceful place, your body often responds as if you're really there. Your breathing slows. Your muscles loosen. Your heart rate drops. Stress hormones decline. And before long, sleep feels natural instead of forced. It's like creating a mini vacation for your mind. A safe, soothing escape from the noise of the day. How to practice visualization step by step. Get comfortable. Lie down in bed, close your eyes, and take 2 or 3 slow, deep breaths. Let your body know it's time to unwind. Choose your scene. This is the fun part. Imagine a place that feels deeply comforting. Could be a tranquil lake surrounded by trees, a sun-warmed porch where you once sat as a child, a gentle forest trail with leaves crunching underfoot, Even a beach where waves roll in and out, endlessly soothing. Engage all your senses. Don't just see the scene, feel it, hear it, smell it. What's the color of the sky? Is there a breeze against your skin? Do you hear birdsong, waves, or crickets in the distance? Can you smell pine trees, lake water, or salty sea air? Let go of distractions. If thoughts intrude, and they will, don't get frustrated. Gently guide your mind back to the scene. Think of it like a river. Let the thoughts float past, then return to your peaceful place. Stay with it. Just 4 minutes of visualization can quiet your mental chatter enough for sleep to take over naturally. Story example. Take Helen, a 79-year-old who had always been what she called a worrier. At night, she replayed conversations, worried about her grown children, and sometimes even relived arguments from decades ago. Sleep felt impossible. Then she tried visualization. She chose a simple memory, a forest trail she loved as a young girl. Each night, she closed her eyes and pictured herself walking that trail. She imagined the crunch of leaves under her shoes, the smell of damp earth, the call of distant birds. At first, her mind still wandered, but night after night, she practiced returning to the trail. Within weeks, something amazing happened. She wasn't just picturing the trail anymore. She was feeling it. And before long, she found herself slipping into sleep mid-journey. No pills. No frustration. Just the gentle rhythm of a peaceful scene carrying her into rest. Other options for visualization. If nature scenes don't appeal to you, try other calming journeys. Some people picture themselves floating on a soft cloud. Others imagine lying by a fireplace with the crackle of logs. Some visualize a gentle wave washing over them, carrying away tension with each swell. The key is to choose something that feels safe, warm, and comforting to you. There is no right or wrong. The takeaway: visualization isn't about forcing yourself to sleep. It's about giving your mind permission to relax. It redirects your focus from worries to wonder, from chaos to calm. And here's the secret. Even if you don't fall asleep right away, you've still given your body a gift. You've lowered stress, slowed your heartbeat, and prepared your body for deeper, more restorative rest when sleep does come. So tonight, instead of replaying the worries of the day, try painting a new picture in your mind. Create your own dreamscape and let it gently lead you into the sleep you've been longing for. Now let's move to our third 4-minute sleep trick, progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR for short. This method is especially helpful if your body feels tight, sore, or restless, which, let's be honest, is something many of us experience as we get older. Sometimes we don't even notice how much tension we're carrying until it keeps us awake at night. Our jaws are clenched, our shoulders are stiff, our hands are curled, and without realizing it, we're sending constant signals to the brain that we're on guard. Progressive muscle relaxation flips that signal. It teaches the body and brain a new language, the language of letting go. Why it works. The Sleep Foundation explains that PMR helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of the body responsible for rest, digestion, and healing. By deliberately tensing and then releasing each muscle group, you create a contrast that makes relaxation deeper and more noticeable. Think of it this way. If you've been holding a heavy grocery bag for too long, when you finally set it down, the relief feels amazing. That's what PMR does for your entire body. According to Medical News Today, even a few minutes of PMR can lower blood pressure, slow breathing, and reduce anxiety, all of which make it much easier to fall asleep. How to practice PMR step by step, about 4 minutes. Get comfortable. Lie down in bed, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath. Start with your feet. Curl your toes tightly. Hold the tension for about 5 seconds, then exhale as you release. Feel the difference between tension and relaxation. Move up to your calves. Flex your calf muscles, hold and release. Thighs and hips. Squeeze the muscles in your thighs and hips. Hold, then let them melt into the bed. Torso and shoulders. Tighten your stomach muscles, then release. Next, shrug your shoulders up toward your ears. Hold, then drop them completely. Arms and hands. Clench your fists, hold for a few seconds, then let them open. Relax your arms so they feel heavy at your sides. Neck and face. Gently press your head back into the pillow, hold, then release. Finally, scrunch your facial muscles, your eyes, nose, and mouth. Then let them go soft. Finish with a long breath out. Imagine every ounce of stress leaving your body with the exhale. The entire process can be done in about 4 minutes, though you can take longer if you like. By the time you finish, your body should feel noticeably heavier, warmer, and calmer. That heavy sensation is your body's way of saying, it's safe to sleep now. Story example. Let me tell you about George, a 74-year-old veteran who had trouble sleeping for years. He said his body never felt like it could switch off at night. His legs twitched, his jaw was sore from clenching, and he would wake up exhausted. Then he learned progressive muscle relaxation. At first it felt silly, tightening muscles just to relax them. But after a week of practice, George noticed something. The act of tensing and releasing gave his body permission to let go in a way it never had before. Now, when he climbs into bed, he doesn't toss and turn for hours. He runs through PMR once, maybe twice, and he's asleep before he even gets to his shoulders. George calls it his bedtime switch. Tips to make PMR more effective. Breathe with the movement. Inhale as you tense, exhale as you release. This strengthens the relaxation response. Don't strain. You're not working out, just gently tightening each muscle group. Be patient. Like any skill, PMR gets more powerful the more often you practice it. The takeaway: progressive muscle relaxation is more than just a bedtime trick. It's a way to retrain your body to recognize and release tension. And here's the beauty. The more you practice, the faster your body learns to let go. So the next time you climb into bed and feel like your body is buzzing with restlessness, don't fight it. Try PMR. Tense, release. Exhale. And let each wave of relaxation carry you closer to sleep. And there you have it. 5 powerful science-backed tricks that can help you fall asleep in as little as 4 minutes. Simple, natural methods. No pills, no special gadgets. Just tools you can use with your own body and mind. Let's quickly remind ourselves. First, the 4-7-8 breathing method. A gentle way to calm your heartbeat and guide your body into rest. Second, visualization and guided imagery. Turning your mind's chatter into a soothing story that lulls you to sleep. Third, progressive muscle relaxation. Releasing the hidden tension we all carry from head to toe. Fourth, the military sleep method. A proven system that soldiers have used for decades to fall asleep, even in the noisiest, most stressful environments. And finally, cognitive shuffling, a surprisingly fun way to outsmart your own racing thoughts. These may sound simple, but remember, sometimes it's the simple things that make the greatest difference. Encouragement and emotional connection. If you've struggled with sleep for weeks, months, or even years, please don't lose hope. Your body hasn't forgotten how to rest. It just needs the right signals, the right tools, and a little patience. Even if one of these techniques doesn't click right away, give yourself grace. Try another. Or mix and match. Over time, you may find yourself drifting off faster than you ever thought possible. Imagine it. Instead of staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., you take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, picture a quiet meadow, and within minutes you're asleep. Then you wake up refreshed, with more energy for the people and moments that matter most. That's what these tools can offer. Not just sleep, but freedom. Freedom from tossing and turning. Freedom from waking up groggy. Freedom to reclaim your nights and your mornings. Call to action. If this video helped you, share it with a friend, a spouse, or even a neighbor who's been struggling with sleepless nights. You never know, your simple act of sharing might give someone else their first good night's sleep in years. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 tricks are you most excited to try first? Is it number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Drop the number in the comments. I read every one, and your answers help build a community of people supporting each other. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more helpful tips about sleep, health, and aging gracefully. We post regularly, and every video is designed to help you live not just longer, but better. Final blessing/reassurance. So tonight, as you climb into bed, I hope you remember these simple practices. May your mind grow calm, may your body grow heavy, and may peace carry you gently into rest. And when morning comes, may you rise not just awake, but alive, ready to greet the day with energy, clarity, and joy. Because better sleep isn't just about the night. It's about giving yourself the gift of brighter mornings, stronger days, and a more vibrant life. Sleep well, and I'll see you in the next video.